Good morning, guys. Miss Lori here. I hope you are having a fantastic morning. I know I am. It's been kind of fun. I wanted to show you my silly sunglasses. Do you like my silly sunglasses? I woke up feeling a little silly this morning and decided to pull out my troll sunglasses. Do you see my troll on the very side? Yeah, he's very silly. So these are my sunglasses. Do you guys have sunglasses? When do you wear sunglasses? Do you wear sunglasses when it is rainy outside? Some of you might. You try sometimes. Karen, you came to school the other day and it was cloudy and you had your sunglasses on. But we normally wear them when it's very bright and sunny outside, isn't it? So welcome to our first day of class. It's so weird not being together in school, isn't it? I got to wake up and put on a football t-shirt and just kind of sit in my living room and say hello to you guys today. So some of the things that we're going to do today are things that we do every day. We're going to sing a couple of songs. We're going to read a few books. We're going to practice our writing. And we're going to probably practice some counting. Maybe this week sometime. I brought these home from school. I love these. Aren't those great? And so I figured that we would practice counting some of these. I brought some other stuff home. We're going to work on our letter buckets. But welcome today. And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Miss Lori. Can you tell me your name? Fantastic. Great job. Well, the first thing that we do to start our classes is to sing our welcoming song. So can we do that today? Okay, let's clap it. Ready? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. I'm fine, hope you are too. How are you today? Reach to your neighbor and shake their hand. Reach to your neighbor and shake their hand. Reach to your neighbor and shake their hand. How are you today? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? Good job, guys. Now, in our room, we have a weather helper, don't we? But today, you all get to be a weather helper. So I need you to look out the window and see what our weather is today. Okay, let's do our song. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather today? Is it sunny? Is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it windy? Is it cold and snowy? What's the weather today? Can you tell me what's the weather today? I can't hear you. Excellent. All right. Well, welcome to school today, and I am glad you're here. Now, some of you I may know because you're in my class at school, and some of you I might not know. So I need to know everybody's names. I told you what my name was. So on the count of 3, I want you to tell me your name. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Those are fantastic names. Thank you for telling me your name, and I hope that you come back every day, and we're going to do a little fun stuff. We like to be silly in our classroom, don't we, guys? And we like to have a lot of fun, so we're going to be doing a lot of that. All right, I have 3 books today. 3. Can you sit for 3? Yes, you can. We're going to start with one of our favorites, another one that's your favorite, and a new one that we haven't read yet. I told you guys yesterday that I went to the library, and I was confused. I took all of my books and I took them back to the library, and they said, no, we can't take your books right now. And so now I have lots of books to read to you guys every day. So we're going to start our first one. You guys know what this book is. What is it? Pete the Cat. And we're going to just do the regular one, the white shoes. Yes, Karen, I can hear you asking me. I have the Groovy Button book in my car, and we'll do that another day, okay? But for today, we're going to do Pete the Cat and our white shoes, okay? Now, you guys know this book very well, so please help me do it, okay? Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. I love my white shoes. 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 Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries. What color did it change Pete's shoes? That's right, red. Can we spell this? R-E-D, red. Did Pete cry? Pfft, goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my red shoes. 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 Oh, no. Pete stepped in a large pile of what? Blueberries. What color did it change Pete's shoes? That's right, blue. Let's spell that. Blue. B-L-U-E. Blue. Did Pete cry? Pfft, goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my blue shoes. Oh, I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. I love my blue shoes. Oh, no! Pete stepped in a large puddle of mud. What color did it change Pete's shoes? That's right, brown. Look how long that word is, brown. Let's spell it. B-R-O-W-N, brown. Did Pete cry? Pfft, goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my brown shoes. 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 Oh, no. Pete stepped in a large bucket of water. And all the brown and all the blue and all the red washed away. What color were Pete's shoes again? White. That's right. Do you see that word white? You can barely see it. W-H-I-T-E. White. But now they were wet. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. Ooh, I love my wet shoes. I love my wet shoes. The moral of Pete's story is no matter what you step in, you keep on walking along and singing your song because it's all good. Now, this applies to our stuff today, doesn't it? You know, we're not in school. We can't go to some of the places that we like to go to because of all this talk of virus things and how we have to wash our hands all the time. And you know what? We can act like Pete. We can keep on singing our song and having a good day no matter what comes our way, no matter how we feel about this day. We might have a lot of questions or we might be worried. But you know what? Pete's got it right. We don't need to cry. We need to keep on singing our song and keep on walking along, and we're going to keep doing that. So that was a good story. Good job. If you're still with me, wiggle your fingers, touch your nose, touch your head. If you have pigtails, touch your pigtails. All right. I have another book for us today. It's one of the ones that you guys really like. It's the I Spy books by Edward Gibbs. Remember, he's the author and the illustrator of these books. And we're going to do I Spy with My Little Eye. Oh, I love this green paper. Isn't it great? I love that green that he used. Makes me think of frogs and alligators. What else is green? Can you think of something else that's green? Oh, those are good things. Oh, wait. Lily pads are green. Yeah. Sometimes the grapes that we eat or the apples I bought at the store yesterday were green. Do you have green apples at your house? Anyway, I like this color green. And Lasana, I know that you especially love green. That's your favorite color. All right, say it with me. I spy with my little eye something that's blue. And this animal says, I am the biggest animal in the entire world. Do you remember what that animal is? Let's turn the page and find out. Yes, I'm a blue whale. The blue whale is very long. We looked at his teeth, didn't we? We said his teeth look different than our teeth and some of the other animals' teeth because he eats different things. He eats krill. You remember that? And they go right inside his teeth. All right, are you ready? I spy with my little eye something that's what color? What color? Gray. And I have a very long trunk. Do you remember what that's? Good. I'm an elephant. I love the elephant's big ears. Did you know that elephants use their ears to cool themselves off? Just like a fan. Isn't that cool? And this is called a tusk. That's a fancy word for tooth. And elephants have 2 tusks that come out. Aren't those amazing? And they're very strong. I spy with my little eye something that's white. It says I live in the Arctic where it's very cold. Do you remember what this animal is? That's right, it's a polar bear. I'm a polar bear. I love polar bears. Polar bears have black skin, just like their ears and their nose. And the black skin underneath their white fur help them stay warm. The sun shines down on them and it helps them retain that heat. The other thing I love is that on the bottom of polar bears' paws is fur, and it helps them skate across the ice. Isn't that cool? All right, next animal. I spy with my little eye something that is yellow. And this animal says that I am the mighty king of the jungle. Hear me roar. What animal roars? That's right, a lion. I'm a lion. I want to hear your roar on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! That was a loud roar. Very good. And this is a boy lion because it has hair or a mane around his face. I'm a lion. I spy with my little eye something that is, what color is this? Orange. Oh, now this is a hard one. Do you remember this one? I have very long arms and I swing from tree to tree. I know what a lot of you are going to say. You're going to say a monkey. But remember, monkeys have tails and orangutans don't. They're called apes. This is an orangutan. I love all of his orange fur. Isn't it curly and fun? He's an orangutan. I spy with my little eye something that is red. I'll give you a clue. This animal was in some of our gingerbread man stories. Do you remember? Not all of them, though. Yeah, that's right. A fox. A fox. He has a bushy tail. See that bushy tail? And he has a long, skinny snout and 2 pointy ears. I love his fox. I spy with my little eye something that is, what color? Green. This one says that I can see underwater with my large eyes. What could it be? I showed you on the front, didn't I? What is that? A frog! I spy a frog. And guess what the frog says? I spy you. Look at all those great animals. You know, there are so many wonderful animals in our world. Isn't that cool? I love how the whale tail curls up like this. Pretty cool, huh? That's a great book. We love those books. We like the one about the birds. Remember, I Spy and something that I can fly. Was that the one, guys? And then the other one, we had 2 more. So parents, Edward Gibbs is a great guy that does the I Spy books, and our class has absolutely loved every one of his books that we read. All right, guys, I have one more book, and this is a fun book. This is something that we haven't read. I was pulling books out and getting them ready to go into our bags to go back to the library, and I realized that I hadn't read this book yet, and it's pretty fun. It's called The Cow Who Climbed a Tree. Look at that cow. Do you think cows can really climb trees? Or do you think this is just a story? Do you think this is a great story? Yeah, cows can't really climb trees, but I love this story. This story is about a cow who thought about climbing a tree. And look, how many cows are on the back? Can you guess? That's right, 3. 1, 2, 3. The cow who climbed a tree. I love this. Can you see in this? She's looking at the moon. Her name is Tina. Can you see that? And do you know what she's using? Do you know what this is called? Telescope. Telescope makes things that are far away look closer so that we can see them. And maybe Tina the cow is looking at that moon, or maybe Tina the cow is looking at the stars. What do you think? What do you think Tina's looking for in the sky? Yeah, those are great ideas. Fantastic. All right, let's read. The cow who climbed a tree. Tina was a very curious cow. And remember, curious is a fancy word for someone who asks a lot of questions, who wants to know about things. And Tina was a curious cow. Are you a curious kid? I'm a curious adult. I like to ask a lot of questions, and I want to know a lot of things about a lot of things. And this is Tina. Can you say hi to Tina? Tina was a very curious cow. She had a thirst for discovery. Her mind was full of wonderful things, all of which her sisters found very silly. Impossible, ridiculous, nonsense, they would say every time she told them her amazing ideas. Her sisters were only interested in one thing: fresh and juicy grass. That's all they cared about, was eating. One day when Tina was exploring the woods, she decided to try something new. Do you see what she was trying? She began to climb a tree. Up and up she went. I wonder what made her climb that tree. You think she was following the squirrel up? I want you to look over here, though. Can you guess what she's climbing up there? Let's see. You'll never guess. When she got to the top, Tina couldn't believe her eyes. What was at the top of that tree? I spy a dragon. Are you kidding me? A dragon in the tree? I would love that. I love dragons. Unlike the fierce dragons she had seen in her books, this dragon was friendly and a vegetarian, which meant that this dragon only ate plants and leaves. All afternoon they talked about wonderful dreams, and they talked about incredible stories. Tina couldn't wait to tell her sisters about her new friend. Do you think her sisters will believe her? I don't know. Let's see. But her sisters were not impressed. Dragons don't exist. Cows can't climb trees. Impossible. Ridiculous. Nonsense. And with that, they went upstairs and went to bed. But the next morning, Tina was nowhere to be found. I wonder where she went. Her sisters found a note. Do you see that note? It says, "Gone flying with the dragon of the woods." Well, that was it. Tina's nonsense had gone too far. The sisters decided to go and find her and bring her home. For the first time, they ventured beyond the farm and into the woods. And look how beautiful those woods are. They had never imagined that these very woods would be so beautiful. Look at all those colors, and look at the And then they came across something very strange. Do you see this little pig with a parachute backpack on its back? I wonder where it's going. Impossible, those cows said. But the first sister began to climb. And one after another, they began to climb the tree. The world beyond the fields were extraordinary. But they still couldn't find Tina. I wonder where she was. And then the cows looked up. It was impossible. It was ridiculous. It was nonsense, but it sure was true. There was Tina flying. And when she asked her sisters to join her, those sisters said something they had never said before. Yes! Why not? And after that, they just couldn't wait to see what else was possible. You see that? They're sitting on the trees looking at the moon. Do you see the dragon by the moon? Wow. That was a great story. We do lots of impossible things every day, don't we? You guys learn how to write your names. You learn new words. You learn new fancy words. We talked about extraordinary today. That means extra special. Things that are impossible. The cow learned how to climb a tree. What can you do today and learn something new? I wonder what I'm going to do today. I probably won't climb a tree, but I could go on a walk and find some really awesome things that maybe I've never seen before. I went to my friend's house yesterday and I got out of the car, and so I decided to do something I'd never done before. I kind of decided to look around in the yard on the ground and see what I could see. I had followed my dog. He had seen something, and these are the things that I saw that he saw. I looked around and I saw some squirrels. And guess what I saw these squirrels doing? They were looking for little tiny acorns that are in my friend's yard. And they were picking them up and they put them in their mouth and they ran up the tree. I wonder where they were going with them. Do you think that they were going to store them in their tree house so they could eat them later? I bet they were. Maybe they were going to share them with a friend. I don't know. But I saw some squirrels and I saw lots of acorns on the ground, which were amazing. I saw a big fluffy dog next door. A gigantic dog. My dog's teeny tiny. He ran away. He doesn't want to see us on the TV today. But I saw a big gigantic dog, and the lady next door was brushing and brushing and brushing the dog, and hair was just coming off. That dog was shedding its big furry winter coat because the winter is coming to an end, and she was brushing him so that he would feel better and he would have less hair on him. That was amazing. I'd never seen that before. So there's lots of wonderful things in our world, and I want you to go out. And I know that we can't come to school, and I know that we can't go and do some of the things that we are used to going and doing. I also know that the grocery stores, if you've been with your mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, are kind of crazy right now. And so I know things are a little different, but we can still take a walk, right? We can still take a walk in our neighborhood a little bit and see some extraordinary things. What can you see in your neighborhood today? What can you build in your house today? The other day I was looking at some things on the internet, on Facebook, and there were little boys and girls making all kinds of forts with blankets and lights, and they had stuffed animals and all kinds of things. Do you think you can make a fort today? I bet you could. I bet you could. So that was my stories for today. Just 3. I could have read a lot more, but I decided not to. All right, we need to do our letter bucket for today. I brought our letter buckets home so that we can go over them and continue to learn. And so today I brought this letter bucket. Do you know what this letter bucket is? F. Can you say F? What sound does F make? Remember, floss. Can you guys floss for me? Miss Lori cannot floss. But F, floss. Let's see what's in my bucket. Miss Lori's favorite. Football. Football starts with that sound. I want to see that your lip tucked into your teeth like this. Let me hear you. Football. Excellent. Ooh, fish. Fish. Can you say fish? Good. What's this in my bucket? A fan. Fan. Let me hear you. Fan. Very good. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a number, a numeral. What number is this? 4. Good. 4. Let me hear that sound again. 4. Good. Oh, you guys love this. What is that? Tickles my nose. Feather. Very good. Purple. Feather. Feather. Very good. Okay, and I've got my letters in here. My uppercase F and my lowercase f. Good. F. F. Okay. Say goodbye to our feather. Bye, feather. Say goodbye to our 4. Bye, 4. Say goodbye to our football. Bye, football. Say goodbye to our fan. Bye, fan. Say goodbye to our fish. Bye, fish. All right. Now, this is what I need you guys to do. If you didn't bring a piece of paper and a pen or a crayon, I need you to go get something to write with and a piece of paper real quick, okay? I'll wait for you. I'll get my paper out and my crayon. So I'll wait for you. Hurry up and go do so that we can do our writing exercises for today. Excellent. I'll wait. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. All right, did you find yours? Can I show you my notebook? I haven't shown you. Ooh. Look, this is one of my favorite notebooks. What's this? There's my dragon. He was in our story today. I wonder, he's got little wings here to fly. Here's my castle. Whoop, whoop. And here's my little knight. He's got a little sword. So that's my notebook. All right. So you guys got your crayons? All right. Let me turn to a paper. And I'm going to hold mine up. I want you guys to write on the floor or on the coffee table. But we're going to practice our uppercase F's, right? So I want you to start, and I want to see you do a big line. Where's your line? Show me. And then we're going to do little line, F. Look how long that line was. Did I make my line too long? I sure did. Let's try that again. Are you ready? Little line, big line, little line, F. See, you guys think that adults always do the right thing. I'm still practicing my letters too, aren't I? Let's do that again. Big line, little line, little line. That's a better F, isn't it? I want to see your F's. Good. And you know what? If you can't get it, you know we're just practicing. And it doesn't always have to look like mine. I messed up on my first one. Look how long that line is. That's too big. All right. Are you guys ready to do your lowercase? Now, the lowercase F is a little bit more difficult, but I know we can do it. So we're going to take it and we're going to go up and around and down and a little line across. Look, I made my hook too long. Let's try that again, Miss Lori. Up and around. See, Miss Lori's still practicing too. I don't always do the right thing. Let's do it again. Up and around, down, and a little line. Good. Listen, I have to tell you something. I still practice too. I mess up all the time. And you know, it's okay. We just have to keep on practicing. Don't ever give up. You're at school, you're watching me because you're learning. And I'm still learning too, and I'm an adult. So it's important for us to do that. All right, so we wrote our F's, we read our books, we talked today. And before I end, I want to know how you're feeling. Can you share with me how you're feeling? Happy? Confused? Sad? How are you feeling? Excited? Today I'm feeling happy, but I'm also feeling sad. I'm happy that I get to be home with my dog and do these videos for you guys. But I'm sad because I don't get to see you at school and we don't get to do all of our fun things. So I'm feeling mixed emotions today. I wonder how you're feeling today too. Your feelings are valid. They're important. And just like we talk about them every day, I want you to continue to talk about them. Talk about them with your parents. Talk about them with your grandparents. Talk about them with your brothers and sisters. But I want you to talk about them. Some days we're going to feel grumpy, like Grumpy Bird. You know our book, our favorite book, Grumpy Bird. Sometimes we're feeling happy. Sometimes we're confused because there's a lot going on in our world that we may not understand. Sometimes we may just be feeling, It's okay. Whatever you're feeling, it's important. And I want you to share those things. Well, it's now time for me to end for today. But I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Make sure when you guys come and watch the video, make sure you have a piece of paper because we're going to do a writing activity every day. And we'll practice our letter buckets. We're going to practice our counting some this week. And I even brought our wonderful Play-Doh home. And we'll probably do some roll-a-dough letters and you can watch me. If you have Play-Doh at home, you can make some letters with me. But if you don't, that's okay. You can just watch. It still smells like candy. Peppermint candy. So I brought that home with us. So we'll be doing lots of little things this week. I'm excited to be here. Come back tomorrow. Have a super fantastic, extraordinary, wonderful day. See ya.